Hi there, welcome to our end of month market update. I was only on camera not that long ago, just giving you an idea of what we were expecting to happen as we returned back to our offices. I now wanted to give you a snapshot of what's going on after the first few weeks of being back in there. And we have had some questions asked of us, and I'm going to try and answer those questions in sequence. So the first one, what has happened since our return? Number two, are buyers and tenants still out there? Number three, are people still looking to sell and rent? And of course, the big question always, what's happening with prices? So the first question, what's happened since we returned? Well, as anticipated, there has been a surge in activity, exactly as we thought that there would be, all that pent-up demand that there was from the previous months while we were in lockdown. And that's really, really encouraging to see. We are having to manage that, of course, with the safety and well-being of our customers and our team as an absolute priority, but I think we're doing pretty well in that area. Are buyers and tenants still out there? Well, again, really encouraging to see. We've registered over 1,750 new buyers and tenants since the 13th of May. If you compare that with the same period a year ago, that's 35% higher than it was. So clearly there is still a good weight of demand in the market. What's that done to viewings? Well, we've had a 6% increase in the number of properties that we have shown people over that same period. Again, very encouraging to see. And we'll see how that translates further down the line into the volume of sales that we can agree, and I'll report on that in due course. The third question, are people still looking to sell and rent? Again, when we compare the number of new seller and landlord inquiries over the 13th of May through to the 2nd of June and compare that back to the same period last year, we've seen a 5% increase in that number, so not quite as many, but we do think there's a slight change in the environment there, as perhaps people don't get as many estate agents out to their home, quite understandably, when they're thinking of making that next step. Again, going to keep a very close eye on that number. And the fourth question, the big one, what's happening to prices? Right now, genuinely, very little. If anything, that weight of demand is perhaps pushing prices higher than you'd expect in certain areas. The key moment for me in this is going to be when the government's furlough scheme comes to an end, and there is going to be an increase in the unemployment figures at that point. Now, whether or not that will change the way that people approach the market and that will change the volume of interest that we have, difficult to predict. I do think it's important to remember we're not in the same situation as we were in 2007, 2008, which is of course what most people do recall. We haven't got a house price bubble. The mortgage lenders are still out there and they're still willing to lend in good volume, and I keep saying that. So personally for me, I cannot see any significant change to prices over the next 3 to 4 months. But as always, stay in touch with us through these updates. I'm going to keep you up to date with what is happening in the market, whether prices are changing, whether they're not. And of course, if you want more information on how we can help you move in 2020, we're available 8 AM till 8 PM, 7 days a week. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks for watching. Stay in touch for these updates.